in whole space, trees are really a rare species. We have more gold around us, like in real space. Yeah, there is more gold than like this wood. So the law, building law, gives you information that you need to have it, but it doesn't exist in Poland anymore. We don't need it. We need really comfortable place, not beautiful place. And comfortable could be also beautiful. So we created new material which is not wood, so it's made out of plants, but it behaves like wood. Hello in Table Talks. Today we have a special guest, Dagmara Dela, wonderful interior designer, founder of Dela Design. Welcome.
Welcome, yes.
Dagmara, tell me more about yourself. When you decided to be a designer, interior designer?
It was very early. I didn't know the name of the brand that I would like to follow, but I know that I wanted to create a space. And when my brother started to looking for his future and what he would like to do, my mom, as a psychologist, brought out the book with some works that exist. And I start to read these books, and I'm looking, and there is this name, interior design. I said, that's it. That's the name for what I want to do. And then I just follow the way to the stars through my academy and my life. I was always sure that I would like to do this. And I still love my work.
Yeah, you are so talented. It's not only a book that you are here, and we can discuss also interior design trends and the future of interior design and design together. Like, we are now after Milano Design Week. We noticed that in Milano, people weren't interested so much in ecology, in sustainability so much, till the moment of certifications, especially from Netherlands market. They are all crazy about sustainability, and the north part of the Europe. What's your perspective? What do you think about products with carbon negative footprint?
It's such a new subject in Poland, to be honest, and I know it a lot because of you, as a person that brings innovation into our world. And I'm so grateful, and I think that your work will change a lot, and it's so good, and it's so necessary. Maybe that's why it's much easier for countries that, to be honest, they have much more money and they can really test and try some new materials, and they know how ecology and natural material are necessary in our world. So I'm not surprised that they want to have certification, and not asking about the materials. It's also something that's that I found as natural, because they are still not into the material. So many times we were taught that something is natural and it wasn't. So when you are going with the Strumber, you think, okay, it looks like wood, okay, you're saying it's natural. People are saying that the furnitures are also natural and ecological, but they are lying so many times. And that's when then you have giving this real certification. I think that then they start to believe what's really in these materials. So I think you are like a person that is starting this park, and then it will grow and grow, but the beginning is very hard. So as an interior designer, I'm also a person that learn my clients they don't know nothing about ecological. But in this HoReCa market, they need to have this certification, and they know that it's necessary. So when I'm bringing these materials, they are very into it. They are interested because it has good calculation in whole process and things that they are picking to their interiors, so that it would look nice, especially when the European Union is giving some grants for them, because this is something that they can really work with and show as something top. But they are not interested as a regular person. So that's my question: how you are finding those certification, and do you think that that this is something that will help you to start with this material and grow it?
I think certifications are really important, like as you mentioned, for new offices, new spaces for like people use, like public spaces. But like we are doing it because it's, I really have a feeling that it's right, because we love trees. Like in Australia, it's forbidden to cut trees which are more than 80 years. In few years, it will have also new European policy, and our products or our furniture will be ready for 2050, when we will have to change our way of using materials, because the sources are limited. Trees are growing in 20, 80 years. The trees which are used now in the production, we have to wait for them, and you know there is so many.
Have the wood.
Yeah, and we don't have wood. we don't have, and we will not have so much, and this is a limited. Like in whole space, trees are really rare species. We have more gold around us, like in the whole space. Yeah, there is more gold than like this wood. Yeah, and yeah, we can have it from other planets also. But yeah, trees are unique because they require and they help us to produce oxygen we are breathing. And today in the morning I was driving with kids, and they asked me why Venus is so hot. Why we can't move to Venus? Why we can travel to other planets? Because in Venus there is so big density of CO2, and it is rising the temperature. So like it made me think, and it also frightened me. Yeah, this CO2 is real. Yeah, we have example as different planets, and what is preserving our planet to have this nice atmosphere is there are trees and plants. They are making this, converting this CO2 to the air we are breathing, and they are lowering temperature. So that's what for me gives me hope that on our planet, we are able to have sustainable future. We can survive. Yeah, that was our always purpose.
I was very surprised when I was making project of hotel, and they were preparing the roof, and then you have to need pieces of wood that are seasonal, but they keep on dry for seasons, and they that they have the good. They are dry and they are strong enough to help the roof to exist and to keep it this way. And then we were making the roof was built, and we were start to making interior, and the stuff start to get broken, and I'm saying, what's that? What did you damage? How did you make it? And they said that in Poland you cannot buy this wood anymore. So the law, building law, gives you information that you need to have it, but it doesn't exist in Poland anymore.
Because it has changed. The trees are growing faster. They have a lower quality as a constructive material, and yeah, we can do nothing about it.
So, changing this is something so important. And on one hand, it's natural material, it's ecological, but then you're just killing trees that are necessary for breathing. It's very hard time to combine those two situations, how to make it natural and ecological. This is something you're doing in
a challenge. So let's go to the next question. Are there any differences between these two types of clients? You mentioned that hotels and managers are more aware of new rules, European rules.
Yeah. Exactly.
But like private investors, how does it look like?
It's not necessary. It's, I think that we are just starting with ecology. We are using cosmetics that are more ecological. We are eating food. This is something that I think everything was started. We are looking for fresh food, good brands, and we try to start with our health, because our health is very important, and we can see that the food that we used to eat was very bad, to be honest. It was toxic. So now we are putting lots of attention, and from this food it started. Then it went to cosmetics, maybe clothes, and the interiors are just at the beginning. So we are start to thinking, but it's like more, if you prefer wood material, wood floor, this is something that really people remember, that they always used to have this natural material, or the ceramics, or some plastic toxic cover of floor. So they always thinking that, okay, I prefer this wooden floor, but the price is winning with this plastic and toxic. And then when it's going to the covering of the floors or furnitures, they are more eager to think about this, but they are not asking for it because they don't have this knowledge.
Maybe they trust that the products around us are like designed in a good way and produced in a proper way without any like causing danger for them. And like as we know more and more about it, most of furniture, like 99 furniture around us, are fulfilled with formaldehydes. And like if you are talking with clients, if you are discussing this, are they more and more aware? Would they ask for alternatives to such materials?
I would say that they are interested, but then we are going to this sad subject, which is price. And when you have the natural materials, they need to have their price as a natural stuff. And there's one more thing that have huge influence on the market, to be honest, that we are not considering during our conversation before. It's like Asian market, which used to be in some small pieces, but now they are producing also and selling the furnitures. So we can have shelf that cost, so it's the price is so low that I cannot imagine from what kind of materials it can be done. But when people know that they can buy shelves that is connected with their television for 300 zloty, it's almost impossible, but they can buy it. And this market was opened, I would say, like a year ago. So this is also something that not helps to grow this knowledge about natural materials. So we have to fight with this cheap furnitures and ecology and nature that we are also saving. So we need to combine everything.
Yeah, you brought really important thing. Like we are like or surrounded with this cheap furniture, but yeah, this is what market needs. They need, like people need nice products, nicely looking and in like good prices. Yeah, like having in mind that we are producing furniture, we are delivering them to the market, and when we are counting how much they cost, the process costs, it's not possible to have it in the same prices as they have, because we have certifications, we have to go really deep into the piece, how it's made, what it's made from, what kind of glues are in, and if it's like it is toxic or not toxic, and this makes the price. And also when you are designing something and you are creating something new, it costs, like having sometimes Chinese copies, because my products were copied so many times and they are produced in the Chinese market, I would say. They wasn't paying for design. They were stealing it. Since people and customers won't know that there are copies and no one is behind behind design of this product, they will still buy the cheaper version, because why not?
But it's not the same. It's not only design, it's also the materials that you mentioned before. It's made in very horrible way. Like they are starting with using the children and the people, going through the technology and materials that it's make out of it, and connecting the quality of those things. You cannot check it, and selling back costs more than the regular piece. So we connect natural things as the things that are fall apart.
Yeah, but we are most of wood boards are made out of wastes, and we are accepting it. And like 99% of beautiful furnitures are made out of those boards, because like it's not possible to make flat surfaces from wood. As you are like as we are working with wood is working, is waving after different temperature, after different humidity, and that's why we are surrounded with so many like wood boards fulfilled with formaldehyde. And there are new materials, new solutions, but people don't know about it. And
exactly,
they are usually buying something what looks like wood, but it's not a wood. So we created new material which is not wood, it's made out of plants, but it behaves like wood. We can see huge potential in this. But
there.
So that's why we are doing it. And like we have so much positive feedback from market, from people. So that's why we are even here meeting to discuss the people's needs. But like material, it's one thing. Like we as a designers, you as an interior designer, has huge impact on psychology side, like on behaviors. When we are designing table, we can design maybe also how they will break the ice for conversation, or the opposite. Do you have maybe solution for like designing a table or special shape which will bring us again into the table to make a discussion? Are there any shapes? Does it have influence?
It's enormous influence, and to be honest, me as an interior design, I'm always thinking at the beginning on psychology of whole interior. It's like Wright said, but our place to live is machine to work, and we have to design this functionality of the house connected to our psycho needs, I would say, and how we are going. So at the beginning, I'm always asking people, and I'm recognizing how they are working, and then I'm deciding what kind of shape they could follow, because some people don't like to be close to each other.
Okay.
They have this need to be not surrendered and not squeezed. There are people that like to rule and be bigger than others. So the shapes is showing you how the family or the people that are living in particular flat will behave. So round shape of table is something that is the most equal and I would say gives you the same rule to be in the interior. Everyone is important in the same way, but this table cannot be too big, because when the size is bigger, then no one is talking with none. Because when you are sitting with a square table and you have someone on the side, you can just tell him something and they can give you back the answer. When it's roundish, this connection on the ego is more parted. So you have this part of the pizza, I would say. Everyone have the others. When there is small table and there is 4 people, it's lovely because we can talk really with each other.
Okay.
So each table is different. It could be an island, it could be connected to the wall, and also you are feeling in a different way when you have something that is squeezing you, because you feel like it's squeezed when it's connected to the wall. It's changed the conversation. Not everyone feels good when the table is in open area, because it's open.
Okay.
So it's more about our needs, but it has huge influence, impact. So I think that I'm designing also the atmosphere, how they will live, how they will treat each other, I would even say. It's very small pieces, but it's everyday life. So in the huge total history, it have big impact. So shape is so much important.
So how clients are choosing those furnitures? Are they searching for Instagram, Pinterest, and they are finding something what appears nice and have this nice context, and they mentioning, okay, Dagmara, this is I liked it, I like it, I like it, and like after knowing them, what you would recommend if it wouldn't fit, like for their needs, because
Okay.
like you're observing.
That's a nice question. Because at the beginning, when we have nothing, I'm asking them what is important for them. So if they are saying, I found one table. I don't know why, but this table is lovely, gorgeous, and I would like to have it. And I'm looking at this table and I'm comparing to what they tell me about themselves. Is it working with each other or it's opposites? And then I'm talking why they pick this particular table. Then we can design this table and everything that is surrounding, connected to the table. If they don't have any needs or those needs are not, they are not aware of their needs, then I'm thinking what kind of shape it's working. And then I'm showing them different solutions and they are saying which one is good or not. But I know that it could have some some points that are connected to different chain part of the the building interior.
But they are choosing it mostly by looking, or they like having such a material like slumber, hemp, or flax, which is, you know, you are not able to
Feel it.
buy it by internet, like if you won't feel it. Do your clients usually test product before buying? How they, or they are trusting you? Yeah, this is the best solution, and you will be happy with. How does it look?
It's different with each person. It's really lots of differences. Some people are looking at the shape. Some are looking at the how does it look, because shape is not equal with look, of course. And some people love to touch. If there is possibility to touch, everyone would like to check what's the
Then you can
material.
smell it.
So when it's like you can really touch it, then you can pick different decision at the end, because this touch is also very, very important. So there is like very popular furnitures out of tails, because they are big and they are just good with used. So it's easy to smash something, to put some wine on it, and it's easy to clean it. This is something important for people, how its function, how its functionality, if it's able to wash it, or if it's if the holes are staying in the pieces of furniture. But then how it's how you can when you are touching it, the surface is very important. Even if the people are not into it, they're going to the store and always does that gesture.
We are maybe trusting more to the structure we can feel.
Yep.
And what clients prefer now? Yeah, your clients, or also in France, do they prefer smooth, shiny surfaces, or matte, natural, raw? Yeah, there are different trends, but like what you are experiencing with your clients?
To be honest, those tail was very popular because it was easy to clean, but they are cold. And they're saying, "Oh, never more. I don't want to have this this table, those furnitures anymore, because it's cold when I'm putting my my elbow on table, when I'm putting my hand." So they are still wants to this. I would say it's like velvet touch. So they love it. Sometimes they prefer to pick furnitures when the touch is nice, and this is very, very important when it's natural. Sometimes like the color or the atmosphere of the wood doesn't fit to their idea of how it should look, but the surface is very important. So sometimes we are changing it because it's necessary.
So usually the beginning clients are choosing by visual. Then after a while you are able to deliver them samples to test. And do they prefer light colors now or darker, or it depends of the climate you want to create for this interiors?
It depends. Now it's the trend for lighter materials and light table. I would say that different colors has different influence on us. So if you have a dark table, it's nice when you have light table plates and equipment to use it on the table, and then the food looks different. You don't see the chaos that is on the table. So dark surface, that tablet is something that is working with that kind of combination. On the lighter surface, you can see each detail, but then you can put the colorful plates on it. So it's different. It depends of how can you live, what would you like to fill with, and it's very individual, I would say.
So in this meeting and eating moment, eating community, we were discussing shapes of the tables, but do chair or seating position have also influence on how you behave or feel? And what you would recommend for your clients? To what kind of furniture you would recommend? What would be the best community chair?
I'm laughing because sometimes I have a client that said, "Oh no, we are buying only the hard, uncomfortable chairs because I don't want to so that the people that I'm my guests and I'm inviting would stay long."
Okay.
So yes, chairs are very important. Of course, the soft covered with materials are the best because we can feel more comfortable. Our body is changing. When you are putting your bag and sitting comfortable, you can stay it for longer. There used to be times that there was trend for very uncomfortable hard chairs like wooden type, so people were moving on the sofas, but still like you have a dress and you are going to the meeting. Sitting on sofa is not comfortable because the shape of sitting in a dress is something that if you don't feel comfortable. So having the extra soft comfortable chairs are something that can help you to have a light conversation around the table. It's very important. It's like people are saying, I would like to have homey place. So we know that this table is important. It's like atmosphere of the house. It can be a heart of the house. So
yeah, like it used to be meeting around fire. Yeah.
exactly. That's why still it will never change that we have this part as a dining room and as a living room as a sofa. Sometimes it's on the floor or somewhere else, but this table is people can stay. It can have different shapes and colors, of course. So strawberry is something that can help us easily to feel this homey vibe, I would say. Because touching it, I'm sitting with you and I keep on touching because it's so nice, and it gives me good atmosphere when I'm touching it.
Yeah, it has a nice temperature.
Exactly.
Yeah, it has this.
After
It has this temperature which makes you feel homey. Yeah. And in example, when you are in designing, and we were used to design chairs, like I've designed more than 60 chairs for different markets, especially for restaurants, cafeterias, Horeca. So there is so many different types of chairs, and they will have a huge influence on our behavior. They are sometimes really hard because, as you mentioned, we want people to stay in a restaurant or in cafeteria for like 20 minutes and go. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is what I can see that will be really also important in the design process, to consider where we are meeting, what we are doing, how we want to behave around those furnitures, and what's the surrounding and acoustic and the whole space around us. Yes. So like we were talking about connection. Do poles have different needs about meeting during Christmas. Do they still prefer extendable tables?
Yeah.
Also, I know that in other countries, yes, where there are people with these traditions, yes, they also prefer different types of furniture.
Yes, it changed a lot because we used to have the table that has 12 or 20 even chairs because the family is coming once a year. But it changed a lot because we started to spend Christmas in different way. We are not connecting each other so in such a big groups. We can visit ourselves, our families in a time between. Not necessarily everyone is meeting together. We can go to the restaurant to have a big table and then go back to our homes. Big table needs a space, and we are fighting for the space. We would love to spend more comfortable life than having huge table that we are not using at all. So there was this time when there was architectural project when you have extra large space for a table and everyone was eating close to the sink standing because no one will go to the table that that has 12 chairs and you want to eat some fast breakfast. It's just killing you, this this emptiness around. So people start to eat while standing close to the kitchen area. So
Can we imagine future table which will be fitting to our needs? Is it like, I know there is a trend now that we are hiding technology. Can we imagine how it would behave? Like if it will be organic, like let's forget about materials. Like let's forget about it. What will be the shape? What kind of function it's supposed to have?
Exactly, that's the good question. What's the function? Because a table doesn't have to be only table. When I was studying interior design, our task was to build the blocks that have different function, like block that is seats, block that is table, that it's also bed area, and you are just putting the square or longer, shorter pieces, and it looks like Lego blocks or wooden combination of the blocks that our children are playing with. But it was very opening mind that it could have different functions. So I think this is the way that we can use table not only as a place for dining, also to have the different levels as a part of architecture in the design inside of interior. Then the table can change the space, and of course we can make it much different, and it won't be like one piece that is standing in the middle, but maybe connect with some walls, maybe as a kind of step, maybe as a part of sitting that you can sit on, because we used to get used to this idea that the tablet needs to be untaken, and because we are eating there. But then we are eating on the floor, we are eating under the sink. We can wash it, we can clean it, and we can even lie on it, have it as a place that we can practice something.
Yoga on the table. Yes.
It's different. You're laughing.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. I am really thinking about it.
But having this yoga not on the floor and being in the ground, so much grounded that the window is somewhere there that you can, you feel like in basement. And then you're putting your mat on the table and see the world differently. The air is different when you're going.
Of course, you don't have this dust.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you are breathing.
Why not to put the mat?
Yeah, I think it's a really great idea, and we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
together.
but like at homes, I can see their function are really maybe defined. But usually in offices, when we are thinking about creating spaces which adapts, this is a place where we can play more Lego with the functions, with furnitures, with also walls and how they are also finished and how they can adapt to many needs, because there's so many needs. Like we are when we are designing houses, we are designing for ourselves, but when we are designing and creating office spaces, they are designed for many types of people. So the people differ. There are people with neurodiversity. There are people, autistic people who can stand loud noises. There are people who like have some other disabilities, blind or deaf, or like many others. Did you experience or did you have chance to work with such needs?
Yes, it is like, to be honest, it's when I was designing business offices. That's the nice place. I like that you mentioned it, because there, the idea and the task for you as a designer is, give me something extra. And then I can play. I can really think about something, create something that is not going on. And this is place when architects are like putting the crumbs so that people start to use something that would never be able to risk and put it into their interiors. But then it's going into their flats, like the swings. There was something that started with offices, business offices, and this place that they can swing in the middle of the work. It's very important movement. It changes a lot. You can rest there, and now in interiors we can design it, and it's not something crazy. So. Of course, and we can create some new needs for the people. Create a way, maybe the needs exist, but they are always not aware. People are not aware. So when I'm looking for inspiration, it's always also connected with my feelings. When I feel relaxed, how I feel in some situation, even not like furniture, but in the places, outside, inside, what caused me relax. And those things, when you are putting into interiors, are something crazy, and people are always happy, and they appreciate this moment, because the table, the bed, the sofa, then it's not important, only these new things that they can relax. So as you said about the neuroatypical people, it's lots about the sounds. And I have a child that is going to school, and of course there are neuroatypical people, children, and I offer them to create the space so that people can go and be in a quiet, lovely place. And when I offer this, the director said, oh yeah, we are putting this to the teacher's room. I'm asking, child?
They are teachers,
Yeah.
really.
Oh, so.
Like 2 days ago, we were talking with acoustic specialist, and he mentioned also problems at schools, and this is really big problem. Also in modern houses, the walls are designed in the way that it's really poor quality of materials, and it has huge influence on our feelings. Yes, not only, of course, there is a case with sound, like bad sound. There is also a case with bad materials, which they are really not healthy for us. In offices, yes, there are new standards, and we know that, yeah, we will fill this gap with our solutions, with our furniture, and yeah, but for homes, it's a bit different. Yes, we know more that we need some changes, but it requires still more money. Yeah, and it's luxury.
It is, as we were talking. And there are also boxes, acoustic boxes, the place that you can rest. And this is something that really people would like to have in their home. And I'm designing this and recommend. And at the beginning, people are saying, don't, you are not, you are joking and you are not serious. And I'm saying, yeah, in 10 minutes, when you start think how many times you would like to go to this place, you will change your mind and you will build it, and you'll be grateful for such a tip and such a design that I mentioned, and I give you information that it could be so much useful. And I think that those places will be very important. And we can also start with this acoustic. So natural material are also more acoustic. They are
absorbing. They
absorbing.
have a lot, and like we are challenging ourselves to design also furniture which will absorb some sound. And yeah, this is our also goal recently, to design things not only they will look beautiful, but mostly they will function and make us feel better around it. Yeah, so we can create shelves, we can create some solutions which will absorb the sound.
That's bingo for me.
Yeah, we have to talk about this project later. Yeah, because we are on. But like, thinking about luxury, what do you think? Does people need? Does investor need still to show their the money, the wealth, golden logos, or it has changed recently?
It is changing. It is changing, and the change is very quick. And I'm surprised that people can resign for these brands that are showing how much money they have, because they used to have flats and houses that was very beautiful but very uncomfortable. And it's not the goal for architect to design the space that looks completely different while using, because we can imagine that we are putting just one sculpture in the middle of something and there is no storage place. We know that they will have lots of things to hide. If you won't design it, it will be in the middle of the sculpture. And how does it look then? If they take responsibility for how people are using those houses. So you had lots of shiny surface, but they are cold, and then they are putting something to cover it, like the carpets that are like teddy bears or something. So I think that we grow up, that we don't need it. We need really comfortable place, not beautiful place. And comfortable could be also beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds like a statement
Yeah.
for the end of our conversation. But I have a last question. Well, I have many questions, but because we know we are talking quite time. But what do you think will be a tomorrow luxury? Like, do you have any idea?
Oh, you said so. So I follow this idea, and I think it is really exists that we need something that relax us, that we can rest. This is something when when I ask the people, give me adjective, how would you like to feel in your interior? They are saying that they want to be so that interior would be homey, but also very comfortable, and the place that they can rest after the workplace, or spending time with children, or they want to relax. And when I'm selling my idea to them, always this place that I'm talking, that are place that you can rest, that you can put your mind away and just feel stillness and feel comfortable. I can see in their eyes that they are really into it, and they don't care about the stuff that are maybe not necessarily what they wanted, but this strefa, the place, even the like very small area, when they can really feel, look at the wall that nothing is covered on it, then they are resting. When they have plants, you have to follow those imagination, and I can see that different type of people that are more elegant and like to be shown up, the one that didn't care about the shapes and our different needs. When you are saying relax, everyone is going into this box.
Okay, that sounds so great that you are able to create these spaces and to give place to breathe.
Exactly.
This is what we are really physical.
Exactly.
We are sometimes forgetting about it, that our physical needs are like base. And thank you for this bright conversation. I'm so happy. I have so many questions, but like we can discuss it further. We can also discuss it during our walks, because we are walking through the forest. Yeah, through the forest together.
Nature.
Yeah, so
fresh air.
This is a great place also to have relax, and
it was a very nice conversation, and thank you again for invitation. It's a pleasure, always.
Thank you, Dagmara.
Thank you, Aja.